Welcome to the Political Ferret Show. New content will be uploaded every Wednesday and Sunday, and if you like this kind of content, consider becoming a Patreon and help with just $1 a month to make the change possible. Today we're gonna try to understand better what money is, but for that we have to talk about what money isn't. So money is not this magic wand that will improve all the world magically, like a lot of right-wingers say, but it is also not this magical gun weapon thing wielded by the rich and empowered against the poor workers. It's neither of those. The left and the right is often wrong in that. So what is money? Well, money is pretty much nothing, but it has the potential to be everything. And this makes it very, very interesting, because I can do something like doing a YouTube video, somebody gives me money for that, and I can use it to buy a fish. I do not have to go to the fisherman and give him one part of my YouTube video for that. Money is quite interesting in this regards. But money is just information. In the end, it is just the information. What is the worth of the hour that I worked against the hour of somebody else? But this is too abstract. In the end, money is a language. And we will follow this idea that money is a language. But to understand that, I have to point out that it's only one language. And we need different language for different things. We need mathematics, which is also a language, to solve equations. But we cannot really use it to write a love letter. So, what do I mean with the whole thing? Back in the day, let's say in the medieval times, let's say you had about 3 things you were really good at. You might be a good farmer, a good blacksmith, and a good soldier. And you asked pretty much the community, what should I do? And they answered. They say, be a blacksmith, because we need a blacksmith. It does not mean, and this is very important, and something that is often misunderstood by the left wing, it does not mean that they think that farmers and soldiers are less valued. It just might have been that they had enough soldiers and farmers and not enough blacksmiths. It might be that they see a particular talent in you, that you might be a good blacksmith. Whatever the reasons is, back in the day the collective pretty much told you what to do, and more often than not it was the job of your parents. But these times are gone. Our new world is more complicated because, well, there are just more people around, and if you ask them, what should I do, you get a lot of answers, but not all of them will help you. So if you try to find out what is best for society, for the collective, for the other people in your nation, in your state, in your commune, whatever, it is quite hard to find that out. But what you can do is you can say, okay, those are the 3 things that I could do. I could be a professional Minecraft player, I can be an engineer, I can be a soldier. And you just look where the people throw their money at, and you find out it's not really good paid to be a Minecraft player, so this might not be the best of ideas. But you have to keep in mind that you looked here at average values, which means that some people in the same field earn a lot of money while others don't. But still, there is an average, and you can compare the average of job A and job C, and then you see, well, in average I will make more money over there. But of course there are some jobs, like rock musicians or YouTube stars, where some people get a lot of money and the rest pretty much nothing. So you then have to compare that and take into consideration that you might become one of this 1% who do really outstandingly well, or if you are just average. But most people are just average. So if you have a look to where you can do a decent income on average, this is always a better idea than to watch what the most successful people in this field can earn. And the same thing is true for those people who get the least. I went in another video in Dear Marxists, We Are Just Humans very much into detail, where I point out that there is a discrepancy between what people want to do and what is paid well. And this is the reason. Because in a society that pretty much got rid of money, you can just guess what you have to do. Some might come over and tell you, but are they right? Perhaps, perhaps not. You can listen to the people, of course, and say, okay, a lot of people say I should go with job B, so then I go with B. But it might be that the people do not really need B. Perhaps some think that they do, but in the end they did not. But there is a big request for doing job C, so it would be way better to do job C. But you have no information about that because nobody could give you this information, because it is impossible to distill this information out of what the crowd says. And that's the problem. Money, in this sense, is just a language. But some people will then come out and say, well, money is used to do terrible things, and language is by far not as dangerous as money. But this is not true. Pretty much all the dictators, all in our history, came to power because they were quite eloquent, or had an eloquent staff, or built up on some eloquence. Pretty much all these dictators came into power, stayed into power by the use of words. They used some of the words to intimidate, other words to persuade. But in the end it was only words. So if you say money is the root of all evil because you can do so much evil things with money, you would also have to say then you should outlaw language, because all these dictators came into power using language. But what do we lose then? And that's the thing. Money is nothing, but it has the potential to be everything. It's the same thing as in language. Language is the same thing, it is nothing, but you can do so much wonderful things and so much terrible things with that. Keep that in mind. If you think that money will solve all the problems, or that money is the root of all problems, it is not. In the end it is just humans, and humans wield this power, use this language to do terrible things and to do good things. But most people, 99% of the people, in 99% of the time, use language and use money just as an information to communicate and to create a better world. So, thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.